Hello everyone, today we will cover the topic performance management. Performance management is basically the management of the performance. Whatever the performance of the individual have, we need to manage it in a proper manner so that the results we want to receive can be achievable. So, the concept of the performance appraisal or the introduction to the performance management is a continuous process of improving performance by setting the individual and the team goals. First, we need to set the goals, what we want to achieve. Next, which is aligned to the strategic goals of the organization, which must be aligned with the organizational objectives or the goals. Planning performance to achieve the goals, review, assessing the progress and developing the knowledge, skills and abilities of the individual. That is the performance management. Next are the elements of the performance management. Performance management is a systematic process by which an agency involves its employees as individuals and members of a group in improving the organizational effectiveness in the accomplishment of agency mission and goals. Employee performance management includes planning work and setting the expectation. What are the expectations? First, we need to set those standards. Next, continually monitoring the performance, that these objectives or goals can be achieved with the performance management or not. Then developing the capacity to perform. Next, periodically rating the performance in a summary fashion, rewarding the good performance. So this is the whole, these all are the elements of the performance management. Next is the potential assessment. Potential assessment is identifying the potential of the individual, assessing the potential or evaluate the potential of the individual. Assessing potential is about the probabilities, not absolutes or guarantees. It is about uncovering the factors that predicts the future success within the specific context, culture and the strategy of your organization. What are the organization strategy? We need to assess the potential accordingly and making calculated bets on individual who are objectively judged to meet those criteria. The criteria which has already set by the organization can be assessed through the potential assessment. Succession planning. Succession planning is always a futuristic planning, that what are the needs for the future employees, we have to plan accordingly, so that is known as succession planning. So the succession planning include identifying the skills and competency next generation employees, that we have already discussed, that is the futuristic planning. So the next generation employees will need to function well in the key position. In all the key position, what type of employees we required in the future, we need to identify their skills and the competencies. Developing the system to identify and transfer that knowledge and shorten learning curves should be the primary objective. The primary objective of succession planning is the learning process should be involved in a continuous manner so that the curve, learning curve, it can be shortened. Next, competency mapping. Competencies are the inner potential of the individual. Mapping is to find out or creating a map that in which manner the individual is growing. So the competency mapping is the process of identifying and defining the knowledge, skills and the personal attributes required for the particular role. What is the role and what type of knowledge, skills and attributes are required for that. Then think of it in this way. Knowledge is the expertise of an employee needs for the role. Skills are what enable the employee to do or accomplish the responsibilities of the role. Next are the examples of the competency mapping. These are the examples, that is the job evaluation. By evaluating the job, we can do the competency mapping. project planning through performance appraisal. After the performance appraisal or the evaluation of the performance, we can came to know the competency mapping, succession planning that we have already discussed, and recruitment, that is the inviting the application from the eligible job seekers, that is the recruitment. Next are the steps in the competency mapping. How we can draw the competency mapping program. Conduct the job analysis by, so first we need to analyze the job on the basis of job description and the specification. Then using the result of the job analysis, a competency based job description is developed. Next, with the competency based job description, mapping of the competencies can be done. So it is the step by step process in which first we need to do the job analysis, then with the result of the job description we need to plan the competencies accordingly. Taking the competency mapping one step further, one can use the result of the one's evaluation to identify what competencies the individual needed in the additional development or training. What type of training is required for the individual. That are the steps in the competency mapping. Next is the potential appraisal. Potential appraisal is appraising the potential. Means potential appraisal is the future oriented appraisal whose main objective is to identify and evaluate the potential of the employees to assume the higher position and the responsibility in the organizational hierarchy. Thank you.